After the first week of lectures and tutorials, I felt like I was in desperate need to go somewhere else other than my house, the grocery store, and uni. So come along with me for a day of eating, walking, and just enjoying the weather. I drove over to park near my friend's dorm because the thought of having to find parking in the city center gave me way too much anxiety. So we decided it would be best for us to just Uber instead. Our first stop was, of course, at the photo booth. I'm pretty sure it's physically impossible for me to walk past one of these and not go in for a picture. The pictures turned out super cute this time, like we didn't even have to retake any of them. And here's my friend locked in, trying to get the best picture for me to post on my story. Funny how we ended up using none of these pictures we took here. So the original plan was to find a cute, Instagram-worthy cafe for brunch. But honestly, on the way there, we walked past this Korean fried chicken spot, and we both haven't had this for a while now. So we decided to ditch our original plan and go with this instead. It wasn't the most aesthetic place, but the food was absolutely bomb. It's that perfect combo of super tender and juicy on the inside, but actually crunchy on the outside. And the flavor was also just a 10 out of 10. And of course, we had to let the camera eat first. Just look at the dedication here to get that perfect shot before we dug in. We devoured most of it, but we managed to save just enough for a cheeky takeaway meal later. Honestly, the best cure for a long week of lectures would probably be to have some fried chicken. After all that, we definitely needed something to wash it all down, so we headed to a nearby cafe for some drinks and a little dessert. We actually only meant to order one matcha latte, but I think there was a mix-up in the order, so we ended up with two instead. Even though matcha isn't usually my thing, this one was actually alright. But the real star of the show for me was the red bean milk pudding. I'm literally obsessed with anything pudding. My OG Haidilao buddies know that I always grab these when I'm there. Anyways, after an entire morning of basically just eating, we decided to walk it off and scout for some photo spots. I low-key live for how quiet Hamilton gets on Sundays. Crowds are definitely not my favorite thing, so having the streets almost entirely empty felt like we had the whole place to ourselves, which I love. While scouting for some photo spots, I actually stumbled across this jazz speakeasy, which I honestly didn't expect to find around here. I'm definitely adding that to the list for a night out in the future. We ended up stopping at a few spots for some quick pictures and selfies to wrap up the day. It was the perfect reset before heading back into a week of lectures. We kept walking for a bit more and stumbled across these beautiful street doodles. They were everywhere, and honestly, just walking through these felt so heartwarming. We then found this massive tree with a bench underneath, so we just sat there and talked while we waited for our Uber to come. When our Uber finally arrived, we hopped on to get back to where my car was parked. But the driver ended up dropping us off at the wrong gate. Honestly, no complaints, because on the walk back to the car park, we ran into these adorable ducks. Just watching them for a bit was the perfect little bonus to end the day. It's honestly these little moments in the day that reminds me of just how lucky I am to be here and validating the fact that I didn't choose to rot in bed for the day. Eventually, we made it back to the car and I dropped her off at her dorm before driving home. Anyways, that's the end of my first post-uni reset day. Honestly, if you're feeling stressed about anything, this is your sign to just go out. Sometimes a photo booth and a good talk under a tree is really all you need. So be spontaneous, go for a walk, a run, or a hike either by yourself or with your friends, and I promise it will be the best thing you could have done for yourself that day. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!